There's a single page on my site that makes more than $100,000 a year, all completely passive income. Want to know what it is? Then keep listening, my friend, because I'm going to tell you all about it in this episode. Welcome to the Affiliate Guy podcast. If you want to grow your income, serve your tribe, and enjoy all the benefits of affiliate marketing and having your own affiliates, you're in the right place. Thanks for joining me today. Let's get started. So before we get started, I want to share something super awesome with you today. It's our all new free report, The Ultimate Guide to Creating a Resources Page. Now, that's what this episode is all about, resources pages. And this report will show you how this single page on my website made me $10,000 in just 1 month. And that was just a few months after we created it. This page continues to make more than $100,000 a year in revenue, and all of it's virtually 100% passive too. It'll show you why a resources page is the best way to generate passive affiliate income, regardless of your list size. You'll learn what a resources page is and isn't. I reveal why this single page is the third most popular page on my website and one of the top 3 most profitable pages on my website too. I'm going to walk you step by step through how to create a resources page in this guide and share the 5 keys to make your resources page great. Like how to make it easy to use, convert like crazy, and serve your audience. You can get your copy at mattmcwilliams.com/resources page. Now that link is in the show notes too, so you can just go there and click it. mattmcwilliams.com/resources page. Now today I want to share with you all about this powerful page on your site. Now, if you already have this report, you know some about this page, but today I'm going to share 3 keys with you today, actually 4, that are not in this report. So even if you're one of the more than 2,000 people who just in the past week or so have grabbed this report, you got some bonus content today. So don't skip ahead just because I already got the report. I don't need to listen to this. No, we've got some stuff in this that you haven't heard yet. So a couple of years ago, I made more than $10,000 in a month from this single page of my website, and it was all 100% passive. All of this $10,000 came from my resources page. This single page at that time had not been touched in more than 6 months. I literally created it, didn't touch it for 7 months, which is actually a bad thing. You should update your resources page a little more often than that, and I'll share more about that later. Still made more than $10,000. Now, in this episode, I'm going to share how I did it. I'm going to share what's working on my resources page and how to make a good one, for yourself. What are those kind of key elements? I'm going to share some of that report with you in short, share some bonus stuff. Before we get into that, you might be thinking what the heck is a resources page, right? I'm glad you asked. It is simply a page on your site in which you list your favorite or your recommended tools. So if you're a writer, for example, you might list your favorite writing tools or maybe the courses that have helped you to hone your craft of writing. If you're a fitness instructor, you might list some products that maybe serve your audience, yoga mats, weights. I'm looking at our gym is right here by the studio. So, your favorite bench, your favorite gloves, your favorite weight set, your favorite rack, your favorite vest, your favorite medicine ball, whatever that is. Now, usually maybe supplements, now maybe you're in the, let's think of another example. Maybe you're a photographer. What are the lighting kits that you use? What kind of bag do you have? So that's what you want to think of, or what are the tools that you use or that you recommend? And we'll cover that a little bit. There's a distinction there. Some of these tools might be things you don't use, but they're what's right for your audience. Now, usually the good thing about this is most of the links on the resources page are going to be affiliate links, but not all of them. In fact, on my resources page, about 2 out of 3, maybe actually probably more like 60%, used to be downwards of 50%, are affiliate links. Now that makes it a great source of passive income. Now, at its simplest, here's how a resources page works. Step 1, your audience wants to know what tools you use or what tools you recommend. Step 2, you lead them to your resources page, or they find it themselves. Maybe they go to your website and it says up on the top of my website, it says Toolbox. If you go to mattmcwilliams.com and click on Toolbox, it'll take you right there to my resources page. And then step 3 is you serve your audience, you make them happy, and you make money. Great combination, a win-win-win, right? So before I get into some stats, I want to share some of the stats from my page and how to put together a resources page. First, I want to give a quick listener shout out to Jen Reday, who left a review saying, great info for online marketers. I love Matt's tips for affiliate marketing. It's not something I've ventured into before, but I'm feeling pretty confident now and I'm excited to give it a try. That's what this show is all about. Maybe you've never done affiliate marketing, you're just starting an online business, and we want to help you to get started, to get going, or maybe to take it to the next level. If you're out there listening and you're at, 5 figures, awesome, let's get you to 6. You're at 6, great, let's get you to 7. And so, like Jen, you can leave a rating review. We'd massively appreciate it. It gives me good feedback on what we're doing right and wrong. So that's the best way to reach out to us about the podcast is just leave a rating review. Let us know what you think. If we'd love a 5-star, we'd love an awesome review. But hey, if you feel like it's only 4, well, I don't know. That's not true. So I launched my resources page back in the spring of 2007, and for about the next 2 years or so, we split tested it a bunch. We tweaked it. We really haven't changed a lot over the past year and a half because we kind of got it dialed in. A lot of times I totally messed things up. Like there was a time where I had there was a link that I had wrong for like 2 or 3 days. Now to give you some perspective, my page took about 12 and a half hours the first time to create. Now that includes some time that I spent. I have a recommended reading tab on the page and I have my products. So those 3 pages combined took about 12 and a half hours. It took about 8 hours to create the resources page and about 4.5 to create the other 2. Either way, this page has brought in almost $400,000 now. So I'd say that 12 and a half hours plus probably about 10 hours or less, probably more like 5 or 6 hours to be honest, of updates. We're literally talking less than 20 hours total, $400,000, pretty good investment. And so my first month that I had this resources page, I sold 7 different products for a total of $1,198. So already spent 12 and a half hours. I was rocking close to $100 an hour. Just in the first month. The total, that was in products. Now I also made $38.50 in courses. I had a single sale of I think it was a $97 a month product. Now that was recurring. So I was going to make $38.80 from that every month for the next 11 months too. And I had 61 opt-ins for products that were currently not available. So I recommended the product and generated 61 opt-ins for their wait list, which best estimates are that was going to generate another 1,000, 1,500 probably in sales. So even on the low end, I was looking at, almost $1,240. On the high end, if you include Amazon commissions, which was $37.92. Now we're talking at worst, probably $1,300 for 12 and a half hours. Possibly upwards of $2,500 to $3,000 in total revenue when you factor in recurring revenue and those opt-ins. So that's pretty good first month. Second month, that was the first month. So $1,274 plus the future revenue. And the best thing is this is totally repeatable. The second month, it didn't grow by much. The second month, it was actually was $1,347.42. So not very much growth in the second month. But in the 6th month, I had my first $10,000 month from it. And since then, I've gone on to average more than $10,000 every single month. So what makes a good resources page? Literally, I've done research and testing. I've probably studied close to 50 other resources pages. And I found kind of what do I think works best? What I like about this. And really when I first started, I was just picking the things that I liked. I like this, I like that, et cetera, et cetera. From there, I went in and split tested, actually went in and split tested everything from format, how many columns, how many rows, how do we categorize them? What do they need to say? Or how big is the picture? How big are the buttons? What color is the button? What's the format of this page? I think I said columns and rows already. Is it a 2-column, a 4-column, a 3-column? 3 was what worked for us. And I found 9 best practices for your resources page. Now you can find 5 of them are in this free report, and it actually walks you through step by step. So you want to grab this free report. It's at mattmcwilliams.com/resources page. But there's 4 quick bonus ones that I'm going to share with you today. Now, first, I want to break down this $10,000 just to give you kind of some idea here. And as you'll see, this is a very diversified mix, which is exactly how you want it. So I had $560 from iDev affiliate. And if you go to mattmcwilliams.com/toolbox, you can see, these on there. Most of these are still on there. There's a few that we don't recommend anymore. Maybe they don't have an affiliate program, or, the new version's not so good. But I made $560 from, it's a software as a service, another $719 from Lead Pages, made over $4,000 recommending Ramit Sethi's course, $610 from ConvertKit, made $1,714 from Blog Mastermind, a course, $58 from PrettyLink, $381 from Advanced Ads, $312 from Link Tracker, $42 from Raven Tools, $1,900 and change from Course by Danny Any. We made almost $200 from books on Amazon. Total revenue, $10,564. That's only in affiliate commissions. That doesn't even include, we made almost $1,300 from my own products that we sold from the resources page. So just in affiliate commissions, we made over $10,000. I mean, that is it was just massive. Even if you take away, why did we make over $4,000 from Ramit Sethi's course that month? Because we recommended it on the page and he happened to be in the middle of a launch. So even if you take that away, we still made over $6,000, actually, including our own stuff, almost $8,000 in completely passive income. And the cool thing is, like I said, it's consistently stayed above that number. So all of those numbers have gone up and we've added some new tools. And so it's very powerful. It's a very powerful page. So what makes a great resources page? Well, in the report, I share 5 things that make a good resources page. So I'm not going to go into depth on these. I want you to go check out the report. Again, mattmcwilliams.com/resources page. You can grab that there. But in short, these 5, the first 5 are, first thing is it's built for your audience. It's not built for you. I touched on this earlier and I said, these might be the tools you use and they might be the things that you recommend. So here's the thing. You're the expert. You're the expert. That's the way things should be. You're miles ahead of your followers. So that means you might use different tools than they do. Focus on them. Okay, focus on them. It's built for your audience, not you. Number 2, it lists products for various topics. So to keep this simple, to start with, just think of the 3 most common topics people ask for resources and then create a list for those topics. So for me, it was, how do I run an affiliate program? How do I boost my commissions? And basically, how do I send emails? How do I do promotions? Those were my 3 topics when I first started. It's evolved. We've added I get asked a lot about podcasting. So we created a thing about, podcasting. I get asked a lot about doing videos. So we added a section on, how to do videos. I started getting at specifically about running a team. So we added a section there. And I think there's another section as well. I'm not looking at the page, but it has various topics. Third big key is it continually evolves. So for me, basically, if I got asked for a resource more than 3 times, I was adding it to the page. Once I got asked 3 times, that sucker was getting added. And so if I got asked, by the 3rd time I got asked, what kind of mic do you use for podcasting? Boom, I was adding the ATR 2100 to my resources page. 4th, it lists the best products regardless of potential commissions. Okay, the key here is, your number 1 goal with this page is to serve your audience regardless of the potential commissions. There are links. I know we've got a link on there for a Canva that's not an affiliate link. We've got a link on there for Infusionsoft that's not an affiliate link. I know we have another link on there. Let me look it up actually. I'm going to just go through real quick. So if you go to mattmcwilliams.com/toolbox, you can see, how we lay this out. There's some links on here. LinkedIn Sales Navigator is not an affiliate link. Infusionsoft, not an affiliate link. Let's see. Pretty sure, Teachable, not an affiliate link. We should probably make that an affiliate link now that I think about it, though. I mean, they have an affiliate program. Let's see what else. Zapier, I believe, is not an affiliate link, but we recommend all these things. Hootsuite, not an affiliate link. So, I mean, it makes sense, when you think about this, we're not in this always just to make money. I'm in this to serve my audience. And then 5th, it's more than just a list. So one of the things when you grab this report is you want to see, I actually offer a bonus that I usually don't mention, but I'll mention it to the podcast listeners. There's a bonus video when you get this report. So on the page where you download the report, there's a video where I actually walk through 3 or 4 different pages and I show you how to lay them out. But here's the thing. Your audience trusts you and your recommendation. So don't just put a link. That's the biggest, here's a bunch of links, right? No, tell them why. Tell them why you recommend it. That's it. Like, tell them why you recommend that product. Include other stuff, like there's pictures and things like that. Like, it's not just a list of links. So those are the 5 that are in the report. Now, again, make sure you grab this report and then you can go through those 5, and there's a lot more depth to those things in the report. But the 4 bonus ones that I want to share with you today are, key number 6 is that you link to it often. One of the reasons why I did so well that month was I did a bunch of podcast interviews. And one of the things I talked about on some of those podcast interviews was resources pages. And I said, hey, go check mine out. Or I'd say something like, I've actually got a link for that on my resources page at mattmcwilliams.com/toolbox. So you want to link to it as frequently as possible. Like, that's what I just did there, right? Mention it as much as it makes sense. And so if people ask you about your resources in a podcast interview, be sure to mention your resources page. Don't be annoying. Don't sound like a weirdo salesman. Your first goal is always to serve your audience. But if you can do that by sharing your resources page, then do it. So link to it often. Talk about it often in your content. When somebody gives you when somebody opens the door to talk about this page, talk about it. All right. Number 7, do not forget the analytics. One of the mistakes that I made when I first put up my resources page is I put up literally no analytics. So I had no idea like how much traffic I was getting to the page. I had no idea what they were like. How were they getting to the page? Were they typing it in? Were they clicking from the header on my website? Were they coming from a particular post, right? I had no idea how people were even getting there. And I had no idea which links people were clicking on. And so, for example, if I don't know what links they're actually clicking on, I don't know what products are resonating with them. And so not having analytics, it means it makes it very hard to improve your page. Simply put, I just didn't know enough about the page. So I literally had no idea how people were interacting with this page. So make sure you install Google Analytics or whatever analytics service you use on your resources page. And then I want you to pay attention to how are people getting there. If people are typing it in, say you get 10,000 visitors a month to your website and 1,000 visits to your resources page, but 800 of those people are typing it in directly. That means that your podcast listeners, your YouTube subscribers, are more likely to be going to that page than other people. If they are clicking over from social media, it means that's working. So pay attention, like how are people getting there? What pages, what posts, what other sites are they coming from? What podcast or summit interviews are they coming from? Are you maybe getting some search traffic or some social media love from other people? A lot of times you might have like a resources page that ranks really well for your topic, like, resources for, most popular resources for writers or most popular tools for writers. And then pay attention to what links they're clicking and really analyze that information. So just to break it down easily, if you've got 10 links on the page and, the 7 of them all have between, 100 and 200 clicks, numbers 8 and 9 have, 50 to 100, but the 10th link has 4 clicks. 4 clicks. You might want to consider getting rid of that link. Unless, of course, it's like a really premium product and maybe you sold 3. Those 4 clicks made you, $4,000. Well, that's kind of cool. $1,000 a click, I'll take it. Right. So it just kind of depends, but you want to spend time analyzing this and not just like hope that it works. Number 8, use Pretty Link or something else, we actually have a new recommendation. So stay tuned. Maybe we've got a new product we're testing out. And here in the next couple of weeks, we might have a new recommendation that will replace Pretty Link. I'm leaving that in. That'll totally replace Pretty Link. And I'm not 100% sure about that because we want to test it out ourselves, kind of be the crash test dummy for you. But yeah, this one will be independent of WordPress and allows you to do some other cool stuff. So I'll let you know what that new tool is here in the next couple of weeks. But for now, I'll recommend Pretty Link, and whatever service you use, basically it allows you to change your links. And so, for example, on your resources page, on our resources page, I recommend, let me pick an example here and just use this. Recommend, what's a good one? We'll go with Meet Edgar, the social media tool that we use. So we recommend Edgar. It's mattmcwilliams.com/Edgar. Now, I mentioned that in numerous places, including just now. I mentioned that on a couple of podcast episodes. I think I mentioned it in a video. I mentioned it in a couple of blog posts and on my resources page. What happens if I need to change that link? What happens if Edgar changes their affiliate program? What happens if they just change the structure of their link? Well, I need to find all the places I've ever recommended that. And so not only is it easier it looks better than, meetedgar.com/a bunch of gibberish that's your affiliate code. It just looks better when people hover over it and it's mattmcwilliams.com/Edgar. It's also easier to go in and change one link one time than change it in 74 different locations, And so use Pretty Link or this new tool that we're going to be recommending soon. I'm confident that we're going to be recommending this here pretty soon. So make sure you stay tuned for that. It's going to be kind of cool. And then 9th, this is a big one on your resources page. Put your disclosure above the fold. Okay. Put your disclosure above the fold. What's your disclosure? Well, I'm going to give you an example of what ours says. Ours says, note, of course, some links on this page are affiliate links. That means I earn money if you buy through my link. This in no way affects my suggestions. I only recommend products I know, love, and trust. That is our disclosure that says I might make some money on this page. And it is important not to bury it down at the bottom of your page. Now, there's a few reasons for this. Number one, legality. It is actually illegal. You are violating the law to bury your disclosure. It is against the FTC's guidelines for disclosures. And it doesn't matter if you're in the United States or not. If you work with any US-based merchants, you are violating the law. You will get them in trouble. And if they find out, they will remove you from their affiliate program and not pay you. They actually have every right to do that. So you might have sold $2,000 worth of product. If they find out you're violating the law, they don't have to pay you that, your commissions on that. And there's no legal recourse that you have. You have zero. And so number one is the legality. Number two, it's actually a trust thing. When people see that out of the gate, they don't feel like, is there something more to this? Like, am I missing something? No, you get it out of the way, which kind of brings us to number three. Like, you can actually use this to your advantage. So when I put that at the very top, what my hardcore audience sees is, hey, cool, Matt might even make some money for this. I'm totally cool with that. We have people reach out to us all the time and say, hey, Matt, do you have an affiliate link for this? When this whole crisis hit, we had multiple people reach out and say, do you have an affiliate link for Zoom? Well, we didn't. So we created one, mattmcwilliams.com/try Zoom. No, we created this link. That is the link though. If you want to get your own, if you want to try Zoom out, might as well use my affiliate link, right? No, but that's what happens, right? My audience trusts me. They want, as a part of that relationship, to make me money. They're totally cool with it. And so it increases trust by having it right away. It removes that suspicion from people's minds. And it kind of gets the nitty gritty, the whoopity-doo legal stuff out of the way. A lot of people won't even see it. That's totally fine. So with that disclosure, you can do things like make it funny. In fact, we've talked about it. We need to improve ours. If I wanted to improve ours, I would say something like, of course, because I do use the of course. Some people don't use that. I say, of course, some links on this page are affiliate links. What did you expect? I teach affiliate marketing. Now, what does that mean? It means I earn money if you buy through my link. Not enough to retire to a private island in Tahiti, but enough to keep my site going and continue to, give you great content. Also, this in no way affects my suggestions. I only recommend products I know, love, and trust, And so, yeah, that would be a way that we make it a little bit more on brand for us. So there you have it. You have 9 keys to a resources page, a great resources page that, I'll just point out, mine made $10,000 in a month when I had a tiny audience. I think my audience was 5,000 or 6,000 people then. This is not something that you need, 1 million people on your list to make $10,000 in a month. And if you're saying to yourself, but I only have 500, well then, try to make $1,000 in a month. For most people, at least most Americans, an extra $1,000 a month is a big freaking deal. Try to make 500. Try to make 100 in a month. But get it set up. Create the page. Start adding stuff to it. Grab your report, mattmcwilliams.com/resources page. I also, like I said, not only do you get the report, but I do a full review and walkthrough of 3 of our students' resources pages, plus ours. So I do 4 reviews that you're going to get totally for free when you grab that report. So go grab that report. And then here's what I want you to do. I don't want you to, I have no interest, none whatsoever, in you grabbing this report and then setting it to the side and not using it. That doesn't serve me at all. And it doesn't serve you. I would much rather you, I would much rather you not grab the report, but take what you learned today and have a flipping page up by the end of this week than ever download my report. The report's going to help you. The report's going to make it simple. The report's going to have, it's going to be something you could put on your desk and walk you through how to create one. That video going through 3 of these examples plus mine, and just, it's going to give you some ideas. It's going to give you some inspiration. It's a 15-minute video, if I'm not mistaken. It's not very long. I think it's even less. I think it's like 10 minutes. So it's super easy to get through, but it's going to give you that inspiration for creating yours. And then you can create one. I mentioned that I created just my resources page in about 8 hours. It took me 2.5 days. Mine's pretty darn good. Yours doesn't have to take 8 hours. You could definitely create one in a lot less time. I waited too long. Don't make that mistake. One of the reasons why mine took so long is I had so many things to add to the page. If you've only got 6 things, add 6 things. It'll take you 45 minutes. That's about it. So grab your report, mattmcwilliams.com/resources page. Get this page up and share it with me. Shoot me a message on Facebook or Twitter. Send me an email and share your resources page with me. And who knows, maybe I'll even do a review of yours. And I can tell you, when I do these reviews, it sends you a little bit of traffic. So share yours with me. I want to see it. All right. With that, we'll wrap up and go get it done. You can do this. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be absolutely awesome. And you're going to start making some passive money from it. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening today. Remember to check out all of our deep dives into affiliate marketing at theaffiliateguy.tv. And if you have a question, you can ask it at asktheaffiliateguy.com. Who knows? Might end up being featured on this podcast.